Haiden Deegan was embarrassed. As I'm walking through the kitchen, I see Deegan just like he's just trying to run head on into Cole Davies. Also, if that would have happened, whoa, that would have been... Julien Beaumer. Juju is here. He has arrived. First 250 Supercross win. Let's go. Boy goes from riding, what was it, jet skis? I don't know. Look it up. Put it in the comments. To this. Wow. And was a champion, though. Comes to this. We got another Prado in the 250 class coming from one style to this style and just dominating. We got another Tom Bial coming from there to here. Dominating. Guys, these dudes can ride. And clearly Juju can ride anything. I'm convinced this kid could get on a three-wheeler and go out there and win. My goodness, he was riding so great. Like, man. Yo, all right, so what we got for his notes? He does not care about Haiden Deegan hype. Daniel Blair has been summing it up for me. I'm like, man, kid is just super KTM corporate up there. But Daniel Blair is just like, he's not out of the oven yet. He's got something to prove first, and then we'll see him open up. I like this. This is smart. I don't know who blessed him with this wisdom, but thank the Lord for them, because kids don't usually think like this. But seeing as if he's come from one sport, dominated, I'm pretty sure the core people around him are solid. Man, his mindset speaks to the people around him. All right, because not saying that Deegan's mindset doesn't speak to people around him. Deegan, that's why I say Deegan got some things to work on, because I know what his dad is telling him. And I know what his mom is telling him. I know what everyone in his camp is telling him. So he's got to block himself out. He got to deny himself and then listen to the words of wisdom being poured out of everyone else, yo. So Juju seems to be able to do that a bit better. And I really believe, guys, this is translating into his riding. This is what is translating to the dominance that he has had so far this year. Consistency. He's riding smart. His racecraft is just on point, yo. So I like watching him race in his 250 class, where we see guys, especially young, this is his second season. The level of maturity he has is rare. It's rare. So I have a question for you guys. If Levi Kitchen was racing this West Coast, do you think he would be beating Julien Beaumer? The answer should be, I don't know, because Julien Beaumer looks crazy good, and we know nothing of Levi Kitchen, so besides he was sick. Man, this got me excited for an East-West shootout now, because I'm thinking just gonna be Deegan out here just waxing dudes, but Julien Beaumer is looking as strong as Haiden Deegan. I was looking at Deegan's times, like, is he catching up at least? And just stayed at 6 seconds, yo. Just stayed right there at 6 seconds back. So I'm like, I would have more confidence in Deegan, which I have confidence. I know he can win. But like the fact that he couldn't catch him, guys. He couldn't catch him for the whole race. And we'll get into why. That speaks to me. Because honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what's going on with Deegan. What matters is nothing's going on with Julien Beaumer. And he is out there looking really good. So what I got here in my notes, I'm freestyling, guys. This is great. He rode smart. He's patient. Decided not to hit the quad. Paid off, especially since he saw it wasn't faster. And he was faster everywhere else on the track. So I think how he rode behind Cole Davies was textbook. We should pay attention to this stuff. It was cool to hear his mindset, which is like, no, it wasn't really, you know, I honestly did what we saw, which is, you know, he ran it in a little here and there to see, but then he got into a place where he's like, all right, I love that he said where he learned riding with Ryder D at the test track how to follow. He learned how to follow and what happens, how to use that to your advantage, what it means, what it looks like for your racecraft, you know, learning pace. So we saw that last night, guys. He took what he learned in training, riding with Ryder D, who is clearly not as fast as him, following him, so no shade to him. But that's what he did. He was able to call on something. He used his knowledge and wisdom from something he learned, and he stuck with it, and it paid a big paycheck. But it paid dividends, yo, big dividends. First win. So guys, pay attention. All right, pay attention to Julien Beaumer. This is textbook all the way around, yo. This could be our 2025 West Coast champion. Wow. I'm paying attention now. Daniel Blair, when he was saying what he was saying, I was like, okay, I need to listen to this guy. 23 Media called him out too, Julien Beaumer, and was saying good things. And he was the guy we were like flying at the test track, but we were like, eh. But hey, he's like that. So next, we're gonna get into Haiden Deegan. I know Jordon Smith was second. Nah, forget that. We're going Jordon Smith. NC stand up, let's go. All right, guys, Jordon Smith, I'll be honest, I ain't got much to say. The cameras weren't on him much, but he's from North Carolina. He's got a family. He had his wife and his daughter there. This is great. I love seeing that. I didn't mention this about Eli Tomac, but those moments after the race where their wife and their kids come up, that's beautiful, man. That's just great. That's why I love this sport. It's a family sport. It's one that a kid you just can't do yourself, man. Like, you could pull up at the basketball court with a ball and go hoop. You know what I'm saying? But man, you need your parents in this sport. And then that translates. I know what my parents did for me. Now I'm a parent. Like, dude, this is great that we're seeing this generation of guys who are just older coming in with their families. Wow, man. So that's just good to see. I do got a funny moment though. Oh, also, got Triumph a second, one position to go, 3, 2. We're gonna see a 1. It's possible. He's got it, but he's clearly still working on things. Jordon Smith don't got the speed that I've seen him have. So they working on it though. I like how I don't take for granted what he says about the bike being like super strong and powerful, because we see that clearly. He's been getting really decent starts, but it just goes to speak to Jordon Smith's skill that he can get on this bike. A fairly new bike, they only got 1 year data. New bike on the West Coast, not much data there because they raced the East Coast. And he's coming in, guys, with 2 podiums. This is huge for Triumph. So, man, I feel so good that he's helping this team. He's helping them do what they do, which is win, you know what I'm saying? So, Triumph, man, y'all got a good one in Jordon Smith. But the funny moment for me was when they asked Jordon Smith, Haiden Deegan in press conference, how do you feel about the quad? Jordon Smith was like, nah, I'm good on it. I didn't like it. And then Deegan is over here like, man, no. Deegan said what I thought he would say. Come on, man, it's Danger Boy. Of course he's for the quad. All right, this is what he does. All right, it is like, maybe not for, old guys over there. Got old man knees, old man joints like Smitty over there. That was great. I love it. So Deegan was such a downer in the press conference, but that at least was cool, hearing him as Smith's take on that, or hearing how he talks about Smith's, since we know how that played out on Star. But they seem to be cordial and good. So I thought it was cool. These guys are gonna battle. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait. We haven't even gotten to see them next to each other, so I'm super excited to see Deegan battle it out with Smith. I believe he's faster than Jordon Smith. He just can't seem to get the starts that Jordon Smith's getting. So congrats to Jordon Smith. Looking great, looking seasoned this year. I love it. NC stand up. Let's go. Next, we're going to get into Haiden Deegan and the rest of the class after that. Stick around. All right, welcome back, guys. Haiden Deegan was embarrassed. That's what he said. I ain't say that. He was embarrassed. He felt miserable, and this is not good. This is not good for fans of Haiden Deegan. This is not good for anyone coming into the sport to see who's this kid over here, and they're like embarrassed. They must really be something if they're embarrassed. Like, what? No one said that all year. So once again, it's just his age, man. I'm pretty sure his dad, his camp has already seen that. And just like Jet last week, who was in the same position, he came back. He was a different guy. So I believe we're going to see a mentally better Haiden Deegan next week. But man, the weight of the world is on him. You've won 2 Super Motocross championships. You won a motocross championship. You know you're the guy. You're expecting to go to 450s after you get this championship, and you're not doing it. Man. So, dude, that's heavy. So I felt for him. That moment in the whoop section, woo, that was a crazy one. I'm gonna give y'all the play-by-play. Deegan coming through. I'm like, oh, I think he about to catch these dudes. Yo, he is riding like a maniac right now. He's looking like a baby Tomac out there. As I'm walking through the kitchen, I see Deegan just like he's just trying to run head on into Cole Davies. Also, if that would have happened, whoa. If Deegan would have ran into Cole Davies head to head, whoa, that would have been, for the team. Like, I don't even know. Oh man, that would have been bad. So I'm glad that didn't happen. But I reacted like when you were watching that. How do you react? I'm watching them going. I'm like, oh, whoa. My dumb self tried to go and watch the rest on my phone in the bed, and I had the whole bed shaking, man, with excitement. So yeah, dude, that was wild. Deegan is his two problems he talked about that I just want to get into is wheeling off the start. So we know from last week he's trying to work on his starts. He said he worked on his starts working on the starts in the California dirt, and he ain't got it figured out. He ain't got it figured out because he said last night or San Diego he was wheeling off the start. Still not there. Star Yamaha, give this guy a button like Honda got or something, and something, I don't know, because first off, he's racing against, in my opinion, the best starter in the 250 class, which is Julien Beaumer. I think I had said this last year. Julien Beaumer has already got the starts dialed. All he needs now is the rest of the track dialed in, and this kid is gonna be a problem. So Julien Beaumer has that. Deegan does not. Deegan has the track master. He's got to get the starts master. It's just no excuse when Julien Beaumer is out there doing it. You know, so I hope he gets that sorted out. And because I'm ready to see some battles. We ain't really seen no battles, all right, in the 250 class. That wasn't a battle, all right. Joe Shimoda ran off with the first one. Julien Beaumer, Cole Davies, rookie. Cole Davies looked like Julien Beaumer out there last year pulling starts. I don't know if it's because they're the smallest, lightest ones out there, and then coming out here and doing what rookies do, which is not finishing it. So, yo, I completely forgot the second thing. My boy Deegan had arm pump, he said. Arm pump? Really? That's what we're dealing with? Arm pump. But he says they're gonna figure this out, you know, like, how? Arm pump, how? Man, I don't know if it's because he pushing that hard, but man, what you guys think about the arm pump thing? I don't want to call it an excuse, but that's what he said. All right, back to the show. But that's all I got for Deegan, man. I ain't gonna shoot him when he's down. There's not really much to talk about. He's just got to get better and get this fixed. So drop down in the comments, what do you guys think about Haiden Deegan for the rest of this year, man? Can he win the title? I don't know now. I don't know. All right, guys, that's the wrap up. Gonna get into the rest of the 250 guys and what's coming for the rest of the week. Joe Shimoda, he's talking about racing. He's talking about coming back. I'm hearing it's Club MX pit board. Guys, what happened? What's going on? I don't know. I'm hoping this was not anything intentional. I can't see that being the case. It's gotta be an accident, right? It's gotta be an accident. Come on. You know, one that should not happen. But I ain't gonna lie, after learning that's what happened to Joe Shimoda, the rest of the night, as the guys were out there with and then waving them off with the pit boards, I was nervous for everybody because they were cutting it close with the pit boards in San Diego. So, but yeah, that was pretty wild. Has that happened before? Like, I think they said on broadcast, like, sure, it's happened or something, but like, man, a rider of this caliber, you got the red plate. That's tough, man. So, salvaging. You know, we're super motocross now, so they're deciding to go racing, it looks like. So, hey, maybe the title's out of the picture. Who knows? Some guys could blow up, explode, implode, and crash out, and he might can still win this thing, but chances are very unlikely. I guess the doctor is saying you can ride with broken fingers. They can heal. They can recover. So I guess we're looking to see Joe Shimoda get stronger throughout the year. But, man, started off so good. I thought this was going to be the year, guys, the year of Joe. So that's tough. But Cole Davies, Cole Davies, guys. I almost said he's here, but he ain't out the oven. He's in the oven baking. We just put him in the oven. It's like we get the cookies. We just put him in, and he beyond the preheating on the counter. My guy's in the oven, okay? And we're gonna see. I'm watching Cole Davies race, and I'm like, most rookies don't start off like this coming out of the Futures program. He got a heat race win with Deegan coming up on him. We're hearing he's fast. He's got the speed. So the only thing I see personally is like he can click off his laps, but there's just a certain connection on the bike that seasoned guys have. I'll take Chase Sexton for example. Chase Sexton is he's the most solid guy, like that looks super connected to the bike. Like he's not super loose, like he's got absolute control, and this goes to his strength. He's probably the strongest guy out there. But look at Chase Sexton ride a dirt bike, look at Cole Davies ride a dirt bike, and there's just just not a level of control there. I mean, age and weight and strength play a factor there. So this is why he's dangerous, because this was like Julien Beaumer a year ago. Like he's gotten stronger. He's gotten the skill to keep that thing. You know, he's out there training. He hangs out with Chase when Chase comes, so I know he learns from him, and he got better. So one thing I see with these rookies in the 250 class is they seem to just not be super connected to the bike that much. But they know what to do. They know how to hit the jumps. They know how to go fast, but there's a oneness with the bike that he just doesn't have yet. So I say all that to say, if he win in heat races and he ain't even out the oven yet, whew, Cole Davies is coming next year. So I'm super excited to see him learn and grow through this season. Oh man, who knows, guys? As he gets stronger later in the season, he might can win a main event. I'm just saying. I'm saying that in the perspective of if Julien Beaumer or Deegan wraps this thing up, and Cole Davies is out there and they're just chilling, Cole Davies can win a main event. So he looks solid. Super bright future for him. Star, you got to keep him. All right, so what do you guys think about Cole Davies? What do you guys think about the 250 class? Not as exciting as 450s, but nevertheless, it was good. So with all that being said, we're gonna wrap this thing up. This has been probably the longest video I've ever filmed. Hope you guys enjoy it. Like it. If you like longer videos like this, please share. Drop it below in the comments. Hey, who's going to the race? A2. Who pulling up? Drop it down in the comments. Let me know when I drop videos, guys. Any of you go to the races, I want to know your perspective. All right, I'm not so fortunate that I can go to all these races, but like someone said in the comments, we gotta get cinema really trackside. We gotta get you really trackside. Yo, that's gonna be wild. I'm gonna be out there, especially if I'm out there and you guys are out there at the same race. Like I'm feeling confident about Charlotte, man. I'm feeling confident. Like I went 2 years ago, but like Charlotte Z-Max, yo, it was hot in 2023, yo. I was out about to die. That's what I felt like. Man, I was about to pass out in the line waiting for that food. So man, they need some more food options out there. I know the weather one is bad. 2024 wasn't as hot, but man, that was tough. God willing, I'm pulling up somewhere with the whole fam too. That's the thing, man. I'm not just coming to a race by myself. I'm not leaving my family. I'm bringing my family with me. All right, so that's the challenge in all this, just to put it out there, because you know, I realized from the way some of you guys communicate that you think I just come. Like, yeah, it would be a lot easier if I just came by myself, but you know, we don't have help here. My wife is taking care of the kids herself, so I'm bringing the family with me, as it should be. I'm not doing this thing and the family is not with me. So with all that being said, man, consider subscribing, liking the video, commenting, because that really helps the algorithm. All these things help push it out. Let's get to 7,000 subscribers so I can do this giveaway. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Your boy is hungry. All right, later, y'all.